Hello everyone, welcome to Fleet Plays Rule the Waves 3. This time with the lovely caveat that we are on top and will likely remain so. In short, gentlemen, we're talking about a total, complete and utter victory. It's myself, Japan. So it's myself and France versus Germany, Japan and Spain. And not to put too fine a point on it, we're winning. Rather mightily, I might say. Let me just... There we go. Fantastic. And now all I need to do is let the fine folks on Patreon know that things are going down in Chinatown. And I've decided to term this conflict the Second Great War. And this is the first missile war we will fight. And let us hope that we do it as much justice as the other wars we've fought. We have not lost many conflicts, gentlemen, and I don't plan to lose many more. And now, without further ado, let us bring it back. So, Germany is blockaded, Spain is blockaded, only Japan is not blockaded. And that's simply down to the fact that the Japanese fleet basically entirely consists now of ex-Russian warships, without which they would not be able to defend their current holdings. Our four 18-inch armed 31-knot battlecruisers proved their worth by annihilating their German equivalents, and will likely continue to do so. Our old warhorses, the Smolensk class, still left over from the First Great War, and looking very long in the tooth now, in the Second, in the missile era, are protecting trade in the Mediterranean. Our destroyer rebuild program was completed just prior to the outbreak of the Second Great War, and it was something that, while I was a little bit... I wasn't sure if I should do it, I am very, very glad I did now, as it means that our older destroyers can actually hold down the fort, while our newest destroyers operate in Europe. We have our corvettes converted from some of our older destroyers, still doing trade protection work in the Baltic, Black Sea, and North and Southeast Asia, along with our ancient colonial gunboats now, approaching nearly 60 years of service with the Russian Navy. We have our quartet of 20-inch battleships, the two Admiral Gorshkovs and the Murmansks. And, of course, the most powerful battleship the world has ever seen under construction, the Alexander Nevsky class, although she is only the start of what I plan to do. She will not be the biggest battleship we build in the campaign. Not at all. Hello, Montana. Hello, Stephen Mayer. Now, on with the war! Oh, apparently we don't have enough on trade protection. Well, that's no good. Our older cruisers are on foreign station duty. The Zemchugs in the Baltic and Northern Europe are needed. So are the Zemnakovs. Our newest cruisers are up there in Northeast Asia. They're in Northeast Asia. They're in Northern Europe. Suppose I'll have to assign some of the destroyers to the work. But that's no bad thing. These are fairly capable ships for the job. And we do have plenty of destroyers. In fact, I think we've got a decent preponderance of destroyers, which are actually fairly capable. What we do have is more light cruisers from anyone save Britain and the United States. Although I will point out, we just didn't build any armoured cruisers after about, I believe, the last of our armoured cruisers were the Voynes. And after the age of the battlecruiser dawned, we never built any more. So we've just never really been a navy that operates battlecruisers. Although with the age of the missile dawning, I may consider building some form of new ship. But, anyway, for now, on with the war. A cruiser battle in the Baltic. I see. Oh! Fleet battle. Well, this is excellent. The enemy will have more carriers than we do, but I'm hopeful that the French will provide some of their large fleet carriers. Oh! I wonder if this is the force we've got, with basically a large chunk of Russia's AA cruisers. Oh, can I add a third battle? I can. This gives us not 3 ships, each armed with 6 20-inch guns. Like, well, you could... I wonder why the... Yes, the phrase I believe is, I've never lost a war once, I don't intend to start now. No, Knight, we did lose one war. We lost the previous version of this conflict, if you remember, with the surprise German invasion of northern Russia that precipitated it, which is basically broke the game. This time, however, the war is very much in our favour, and I am determined that this action, which I believe is going to go well, will enable us to actually... also, in regards to why late war destroyers are slower than 35 knots, basically, Knight, it became more clear that speeds of most combatants were centering around 28 to 32 knots, and that more capability in terms of missiles, torpedoes, rapid-fire guns, and specifically more sensors was desired than higher speed, since destroyers were now expected less and less to have to conduct torpedo attacks, and more to slip into a generalist role and escort role against missiles and aircraft. Well, gentlemen, if I get lucky here, yep. So let's get the search planes up, and let's see if we can't find our German opponents. Aha! 2 battleships, 3 destroyers. Increased speed to 26 knots. Let's go get them. Radar contact. This is it, gentlemen. This is where the big 20-inch guns must prove their worth. And if I'm lucky, the German Leviathan will be here. No, that's not her. That's one of their powerful Leipzig-class battleships. But that's not the ship I want to sink. Oh, it's one of their treaty battleships. And there's one of Spain's battleships, Canarias. So there's a pair of treaty battleships led by a post-treaty battleship, Leipzig. And it's up to the Mikhail Kutuzov's big 20-inch guns to put them down. I trust they can do it. After all, the big 20-inch guns are directed by the finest electrical-optical directors we can manage, and some of the finest gunnery crews we can manage. And being twins, they don't suffer from a lot of the reliability issues that Russian... Oh my lord! That's the 6 battleships here. There she is! That's Zathringian. That's the monster I've been dying to bring to heel. And finally, she's come out to play. Along with one of our ex-battleships, Gangert. Never mind. They've come in close enough and left their destroyer screen behind that I'm confident sending in my destroyers for a flotilla attack. Perhaps the last great flotilla attack of this period prior to missiles dominating everything. It does appear, though, the big 20-inch guns are worth the price I paid for them. Seem to be doing great work to the enemy. Zathringian, for all her armour, can't resist 20-inch shell fire. And she's been forced to retire. The magazine box protection scheme has actually defended these ships fairly well. Nassau's taken a torpedo hit. and is still being engaged at long range by our big 20-inch guns. They can't engage us at this range. We can still put fire into them. Yes, please. Bring the destroyers back to the fleets and pursue. Have we got the engine casualty repaired? Doesn't look like it, no. Engine casualty repaired? No. Alright, never mind. Return to cruising. Return to... No, thank you. Steam northwards. Looks like one of our ships had an engine casualty, so we couldn't pursue. They came with 6 battleships. I came with 3, and I won. The 20-inch have proved their worth. Honestly, Knight, that would have required far too much sacrifices to get destroyers well over 34 knots to really work within the treaty system. Would have required basically unacceptable sacrifices. So it wasn't really practical. But then again, that's historical, not rule the waves. And how naval history goes historically doesn't really work on rule the waves. Some are closer to 40 knots, but again, this is rule the waves, so what technology nations have can vary compared to historical, and I don't know what the British destroyers currently are. There we go. Oh, we hit a mine. Bugger. Oh, would you look at that? Light damage and mean damage on our ships, and basically, if I had been able to pursue, if I hadn't had one of my ships had an engine casualty, I would have at least sunk one, maybe more, German capital ships. As it is, that's the Battle of the North Sea. Hey, the Kamoff helicopters. Could you just garbage lighter number 4, for fuck's sake. Damn it. Oh my lord, we just sunk... Oh. Yep. We've sunk 7 enemy subs, we lost 3 of our own. Not ideal, though. I need these new missile cruisers. With their 6-inch dual-purpose guns and heavy anti-ship missiles. Although it does mean that a lot of our battleships are out of action for now. We do still have our battle cruisers, though. The Kerches and the Admiral Isakovs, which are more than capable of dealing with anything that were thrown of them. Our real weakness is and always has been carriers. Always. It'll be alright, though. How are they no longer blockaded, and how are we blockaded still? How has Spain got a massive fleet here? Ugh, it's Spain's armoured cruisers that are doing it all. You would have thought that... Although, actually... Where is the blockade being enforced? Is it Northeast Asia? Doesn't... Where... Oh, it's the Baltic, but how can it... We're not blockaded in the Baltic. We're just flat out not. They have 2 light carriers, 1 aviation cruiser, 3 destroyers and 3 corvettes. That's not enough force to blockade us in the Baltic. And in Northern Europe, I don't think they have the strength. Oh, maybe they do actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I need to get the fleets back up and running. Cruiser action. This will probably involve some of our battle cruisers, I suspect. Oh, and the French have sent some of their older but still fairly nippy battle cruisers to join us. This may be a wipe, gentlemen. We may be about to absolutely thrash. And I do mean completely thrash. Oh my... What? Unsighted? Engage whatever that is and annihilate it. Fire at will. French destroyers are opening up with their anti-ship missiles. Well done, French destroyers! Oh, that's a Stendhal-class battlecruiser. And she's just been hit by anti-ship missiles. And now it's time for our big 18-inch guns to finish what the French heavy anti-ship missiles started. Oh, dear. I built these battle cruisers to sink German battle cruisers, and you honestly believe that somehow you are going to escape this in any form of intactness at all? It's a laughable thought, I admit, but yeah, there we go. 18-inch shells just pounding into that ship now. There's nothing the German destroyers can do to save her. The forces of fascism that deposed the cousin of the Tsar will learn what happens when they try to... I think that's Germany's last active battlecruiser in the region. No, not right now. Let us withdraw northwards. We've done what we came here to do. Let's get out of aerial range. Those French destroyers with their anti-ship missiles did good work. Is Railroader a good game? Yes, Railroader is a very good game. I would recommend it. Yeah, if they are designed its destroyers the way they want to, they will need more power, but on the larger side, which is like 2,000, 3,000 tons. Yeah, yes. No, they probably could have done, yes. So there we go. Cruising northwards. Mission accomplished. Back to Murmansk, boys, for tea and medals. Or in this case, for Russia, vodka and medals. Boom. Major morale. Gain 2 prestige. Battle of Horns Reef. And now Germany's under blockade. Haha, get stuffed. There we go. Missile countermeasures. Oh, nice! Oh, the old war horses from the First Great War are sinking submarines in the Mediterranean. And Japan has fuel shortages. That's hilarious. That's fantastic. We're still blockaded in the Baltic, sadly, but I wonder... If we're blockaded in Northern Europe, can I move ships out of the Baltic to Northern Europe? Oh, no, I can't, sadly. Problem is, our ships in the Baltic keep getting hammered. Our modern destroyers are proving their worth, though. I'm going to set a high priority for missile countermeasures, because I want to get basic series as fast as I can. And we've just seen what the French... What French destroyers were they? Must have been their latest and greatest design, surely. Oh my god, look at them! I think that's what did the work. Yes, it must have been. We must have been graced by all 3 of France's latest and greatest missile destroyers. That was lucky. That was exceptionally lucky. Convoy attack. Okay. What have we got to do this with? Because Japan still does have a preponderance in capital units in the region. I'm a little bit... I want to see what the battle generator's giving us. Oh, I don't like that one bit. I don't like that one bit. We can't decline the battle. I can only hope that my carriers carrying jets as they do will be enough to actually enable me to do some damage. It's a convoy attack as well. Attack enemy ships near the objective, please. Nothing in our fleet carries missiles, so... And we've got the single battleship Sevastopol out here. She's our only she's our only battleship out here. If she dies, it'll be a major problem. And I'm worried that the Japanese have a large number of, well, basically exceptionally capable aircraft. Where are our scouts going? Okay, doing that. Two-phase search, please. Bring the distance down a bit. They can't be any higher than that, but do widen the search pattern a little bit. Give me heavy cap. Thank you. Unknown radar contact. Well, there they are. Okay. Don't know if we've got any of these jet fighters or not. Either way, I've never actually launched... This is their first time in combat for these ships. So I don't know... I don't know how they're going to do. And then Carrier Division 11. Ah, these are the only ones with light jet fighters. Which will probably be vital for actually getting these forces in. Yes, please. I can only hope, gentlemen, that this is the convoy. If it isn't, we're in trouble. Yes, I want you to go there, please. I want you to hit whatever is over there, since they're clearly heading in that direction. I don't know whether or not they've spotted us. If we can hit them hard with a heavy strike, escorted by jet aircraft, we'll be okay. The only problem I have is the reports of carriers over in this direction. Okay, we have a command decision here. Does the battleship Sevastopol and her 3 battlecruiser contemporaries break off from pursuing the enemy surface forces and go and attempt to engage the enemy's carriers, which are apparently very close by, or do they continue to pursue enemy surface forces, bearing in mind an extremely heavy airstrike is on its way to engage those surface forces right now, and there is no strike power available to hit those carriers? What do we think? This is where basically the Admiralty desk gets its decision for all 3 people who are watching. Let's see what they have to say before we move forwards. While we're waiting, let's have a look at some of our... Let's see if I can actually launch a... No, we have no spares. Although we do have some... So we do have some strike assets ready. So I will actually see if I can get an additional strike up from what assets we have that... Send an escort with what torpedo and dive bombers we can manage to get. Wait! Ooh. They're carrying... Our bombers are carrying anti-ship missiles. Well, the strike's away. The pride of the Russian Air Service. Along with 9 Yak-144 jet aircraft. Ah, it's beautiful. You'll love to see it. Play it safe if units are unreplaceable. Go for... Yes, gentlemen, what do you mean? No, as in, are the surface forces pursuing the Japanese surface forces, or are they going after the carriers? That's what I need. It's not a case of safe or unsafe, it's which do you people prefer. Because I'm a bit torn myself. We've got this first wave of the strike inbound. Oh boy. Oh bloody hell, that's a jet strike package. I only hope that the guns will be enough. Well, there we have the strike packages approaching Sevastopol. So it looks like the Japanese have made the choice. They've glide bombed Sevastopol. How's she done? She's okay. Engine room casualty. Ah, bugger. Oh, we can't catch them anyway. Launching missiles. Enemy aircraft approach Russian destroyer Division 6. Enemy ship CA is hit by missile. No, keep the target where it is. I want to know what's going on. Move the carriage to the west at 22 knots. So they tried to torpedo bomb a Sevastopol. Looks like that's the old forces coming in. Luckily, we've been okay. We've got our strike package going in to engage the enemy surface action group, which is actually, I think, heading back. Oh, they're trying to glide bomb us. Luckily, I think we're going to get in a strike of our own. I hope. Oh, found something. Let's see. Has Sevastopol repaired her engine casualty yet? She has not. Okay. We dive bombed enemy armored cruiser. 2 aircraft damaged, 1 aircraft destroyed. Ugh. Still, we got a bomb hit on whatever it was. Oh, looks like we launched some of our dive bombers launched missiles. Don't know if we hit anything. Looks like they definitely found something up there. Probably the enemy convoy. Sevastopol still has not repaired her engine casualty, though. And I don't know if she will. Oh! The Yak 109s have found something! Torpedo bombs away, missiles away. Soviet carrier aviation really proving its worth here. Enemy ship unsighted, hit by missile. Very good. Very good, folks, very good. This is all very, very good. Well done, gentlemen, well done. Dive bomb enemy battlecruiser. Bomb hit. Soviet carrier aviation once again punching well above its weight. How are we doing? We've still got dive bombers available. So let's see if we can't get a strike going. There's clearly still some assets around here. Let's get a strike going. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. There we go. Get those aircraft airborne. And while we're doing that, Carrier Division 11, what do we have? Fighters and dive bombers. Let's see about getting an actual... Let's see about getting a real good strike package going. There we go. Let's actually see about getting these aircraft up and going. Yep, I'm aware. As escort, no. Naval strike. You gentlemen, I want to patrol over there, see if we catch anything in that area. As for now, keep the jet cap aloft. I want to know what's going on when it happens. Reports, please. Current report. Latest report. A bunch of destroyers heading that direction. That means, if that's the case, then Yep, that then means that the... Yep, that means that those strike packages have found something. And hopefully, they will cripple something as well. Yep! Enemy carrier found! Enemy carrier bomb hit! Good job, boys! Well done! Okay. No, I'm alright with that target. I'm alright with that target as well, please. Torpedo bomb enemy destroyer. Very good. Any torpedo hits? No hits, sadly, but never mind. We did quite well. We used our limited stock of anti-ship missiles quite well. And I'm quite pleased with it. The unfortunate thing is I never sighted the convoy, so I don't know how much damage we did to it. I know we managed to land a bomb hit on an enemy carrier, but I don't know where that carrier is, if at all. Yeah, no, she can't fix her engine casualty, sadly. So Sevastopol is basically stuck doing what she's doing. And I'm relying on reports. Enemy carrier force moving south. Oh, is this up to date? Can't tell with the report screen. Okay. Strikes are being readied. Our strike should be airborne soon. In fact, we should have a... Or did that strike already go ahead? So we've managed to recover a good chunk of our aircraft so far. We've not lost too many aircraft, which is actually fairly good. Most of our light jet fighters are actually okay as well. They seem to have comported themselves quite well indeed. Seems like these old battleships, now converted into straight-deck aircraft carriers, are still confounding the Japanese years after they were built. Heck, at the rate they're going, I may as well angle deck them, considering how well they're performing. Just to serve on a little bit longer until the fleet's new aircraft carriers come in. The 50,000-ton super carriers I'm building. Well, they're not super carriers, they're nearly super carriers, but not quite. Well, the Red Fleet's actual super carriers will soon... Red Fleet, good lord. No, sorry. The Imperial Fleet's super carriers will soon be on the way. But as far as I'm concerned, we've made an attempt to strike the convoy. And I don't know whether we succeeded or not. Oh, reports just come in. A fresh report of an enemy carrier strike group. There. An extremely fresh report. One light carrier, one light cruiser, one destroyer. Course east. An airship spotted them. Well, I suppose the only thing to do is to prep a strike package to go get them. We'll use mainly dive bombers, with light jet fighters for escort. We'll punch a hole clean through and hit them hard. The reason I say dive bombers, not torpedo bombers, is that torpedo bombers in this era are, well... Don't think we have any guided weapons, do we? It'll have to be a heavy bomb load. Yes, I want to launch the strike. We'll take landing losses, but landing losses are better than no strike at all being launched. Okay. That changes things. That's reports of merchants heading north, spotted by one of our airships. That is our primary objective, to sink enemy merchant traffic. It will get us a victory if we succeed. Therefore, I am revising my orders to the aircraft. They will head north and strike the convoy and the capital ships escorting it. With any luck, they'll succeed in delivering a hammer blow to the Japanese fascists. And we will add to the kill count that our air wings have hopefully built up. I only hope that they're in the right place and that they find something. They found something! Aha! Come on, lads, please tell me you're going to find things. One of you did. And the rest of you didn't? Really? Oh, that's disappointing. That's really disappointing. Didn't find it. They found a destroyer and bombed it. But that was it. That was disappointing. Hello, Raptor Rat. Welcome. Welcome to Russo-Japanese War number 5, also known as the Second Great War. Currently involved in a major fleet battle that's boiled up over attacking a convoy. Where the Russian Yak-144 light jet fighter is proving to be an absolute world beater. Deployed on our carriers. And the old Sisoi Velikis, which are much inferior to their Japanese counterparts, are once again punching well above their weight. New scouting report. Do we have anything strike capable ready to go? I think we can get a strike package going. Use some of the old fighters for escort. May as well try and salvage something from this. Since I'm not willing to send our torpedo bombers into the teeth of basically a concentrated enemy escort group. There we go. One last sortie before the battle ends, I think. No, we'll keep that target, thank you. Bring you slightly closer in. Oh, never mind. Oh, you're kidding me. Enemy submarine torpedoed one of our battle cruisers, but she survived. We managed to sink 2 of the enemy transports. Not good enough. We bombed 2 enemy carriers for light damage. We hit one of their battle cruisers for heavy damage and one of their battleships. We damaged one of their destroyers. We didn't have any air-to-air losses of light jet fighters, but we did take 10 operational losses. The Japanese didn't lose much, if any, aircraft. Although, apparently, we did still win. No, he did okay. He can stay. 1 second, gentlemen. I'm just going to throw up the display for a second, as the game is my computer is having a moment. There we go. Total victory! Ah, excellent. Our new jet attack aircraft to go on our new... Absolutely, I'll have another a modern medium bomber. Presumably a jet bomber now. Range and reliability are what I want at this point. Sunk an enemy submarine. Excellent. We sunk an enemy mine-laying submarine in the Mediterranean. French lost the light cruiser. That's sad. Okay, so we've got our new Kazan-class carriers under construction. Don't know why you're accelerated. You should just be building normally. They'll join the fleet soon. Our anti-submarine corvettes designed to basically decisively win the war against the submarines. Alexander Nevsky and Petropavlovsk, the half-sister that will follow her. Unfortunately, we'll have our Baltic battleships back soon. And Gangut will also be back in service. Nizhny Novgorod is out of action, but her torpedo defense did at least save her. Oh, whoops. God damn it, fleet. Well, it wouldn't be a fleet of Ocean Stream without... Managed to survive... yeah. So did we manage to sink the Japanese capital ships? Sadly, no. We won the battle. We didn't lose any we didn't suffer any damage, and the Japanese did. So it was classed as a victory, even though most of the convoy got away. Small engagement. Okay. How small? Oh! That small! It didn't happen. Enemy raid on coastal shipping. Okay. I did reinforce Vladivostok, I'm fairly certain. With much heavier defences. And, of course, the radar-directed 14-inch gun battery that lives there. Rearrange our force. Oh, no, I'm pretty much fine with what we've got so far. Attack enemy ships in general, please. We do actually have battery number 13 and battery number 4 and battery number 13, which is a pair of 14-inch guns. Pair of 14-inch gun turrets. Especially in the modern era with radar-directed fire control, if the enemy bring an incredibly heavy force to bear, I will retire under the big 14-inch guns of the battery and summon air support. Oh, yep, they're launching missiles. We need to run. Yep. That's what I was afraid of. Luckily, she's still able to make 30 knots, so we need to retreat behind the gun battery and hope that aircraft are scrambled from the naval air stations. Yep. There's very little we can do against a missile threat like this, unless our aircraft get involved. Although, with them being distracted by gun batteries now, I should be able to get in close enough to actually... Oh, those are armoured cruisers. Oh, those are nasty. I dare not get close to them. What's firing the missiles, then? Something must be. What is firing the missiles? I can't see any ship in this fleet that's carrying the missiles. Oh, good lord. I'm hoping to lure them onto the guns of battery number 13, and let the big 14s have a crack at them. Looks like the big 14s already are. What happened to our motor torpedo boat squadrons? Where are they? Oh, good lord. Missiles! Missiles everywhere! The Japanese and Germans entered the missile age before I did. Yes, Knight, I see. Yes, these are all good points and all, and I get that, that's true. But, not really relevant to what's currently going on, right now. The action currently taking place off of Vladivostok. Yeah, it looks like the Japanese did in fact leave. And I hoped our naval strike would get them, but apparently not. It's annoying, but it makes sense. It's annoying, frustrating, but it's one of those awful things where you go, I kind of understand why the Japanese have done what they've done. At least the damage wasn't completely catastrophic. I'm going to build a guided missile battleship. Because the problem is the world's fleets still retain large numbers of incredibly potent capital ships, and likely will until the end of the game. Yes. Of course the Japanese were going to win that. At least we only lost 2 auxiliaries and didn't lose any of the cruisers that we... They had a pair of battleships leading that force. There was no way I could have dealt with that, especially since I know what battleships they would have been. I guarantee you, those battleships are mine. Yes, they are. Pair of Ganguts. Seriously though, what fired those missiles? Something must have fired those missiles, but what? There's the Maya. She has no missiles. There's the Furataka. She has no missiles. Chakai. She has no... What fired those missiles, then? Something must have. That is not... No, that's a massive misidentification. I'm going to examine the Japanese almanac in a second, and I am going to find out what... Well, how does it compare to our current light jet fighters? Not favourably. Okay, seriously, what Japanese asset had missiles? Ah! It was probably this. Their only Suzuki-class armoured cruiser. As far as I can tell, she's the only ship in the entire Japanese fleet. Well, there are some of their destroyers that also carry missiles. As far as I'm aware, the German fleet has no missiles. Yeah, the German fleet just doesn't have anti-ship missiles of any kind. Well, the Baltic fleet's back in service. And the Germans have moved their entire fleet into the Baltic. Which is annoying. Though if I put my fleet on fleet support in the Baltic, I should be able to break that blockade. Battleship engagement. Excellent. I already know my battleships are capable. And this is a chance to rub off some German capital ships in a fair and even gunfight. Oh, that's not a fair and even gunfight. That's concerning. Ah, excellent. I can add a ship. I choose to add another Admiral Gorshkov to bring us up to 3. I'll also bring the Charles Martel's... Oh, what is the Charles Martel? Oh, she's a treaty battleship. Ugh. Still, we've got our battle cruisers with us. And we've got Russia's light carriers. Although I don't know how much use they're going to be. I do know that I have fitted my ships with so much anti-aircraft firepower, including more radar-directed medium AA guns that you can shake a stick at, that I really, really, really would not like the enemy's chances to actually land a hit. And that's before I bring them in for AA missile addition after the war is over. Ships at sea had surface-to-surface missiles under my command. That'll be the French. Manual fire. There's no targets. Yes, catapult launch the search float planes. I want to know what's going on and why. That'll be our carriers, won't it? Find me the Germans, gentlemen. Find me the Germans so I can bring them to battle and annihilate them. There they are. If I win this battle, I break the blockade of Russia. And if I break the blockade of Russia, I basically win. The blockade of Russia is the only thing keeping us from just winning the war. Well, we are already winning the war, but what I mean is keeping us from winning the war even more than we already are. You cheeky fuckers. Trying to bomb us. Oh well, never mind. Here comes the fleet engagement we're all expecting. Our battle cruisers and battleships versus their battle cruisers and battleships. Okay, we have targets. Manual fire. I am waiting to see what we actually get. Yes, please. Please identify the targets. How we hit... Oh, that was not ideal. Please tell me how to feed a defense 8 hit. It did. Good. Okay, continue to engage at 23 knots. Yes, I want a missile-armed heavy strike of aircraft coming in to deliver an absolute hammer blow to these German ships. I don't want them just running away into the night giggling. I want them destroyed! Have the Battlecruiser Division form core on Russian Battle Division 9. I will not be denied my victory. A CV? Fire all. Ugh. Oh, good lord! Engage at will. Urgh. How are we being hit by torpedoes? We're out of torpedo range. I will not have my victory snatched from me at the 11th hour by German luck they don't deserve. Where are our own aircraft? Where are the French carriers? We must stick with Admiral Larazev until she can get her engines operational. And please let our carrier aircraft now do the same to them as they did to us. There we go, that's more like it. Admiral Laziev needs to fix her engines. Otherwise, by God, we're in trouble. If we can't get this battle line moving, we are in serious trouble. This was supposed to be our victory. It was not supposed to be Germany dropping carrier aircraft on us out of nowhere. Where are France's carriers? Where are they? Bloody hell. Get our carriers the blazes out of here. They can't take glide bombs. Now the Germans seem a lot more capable at carrier operations than the Japanese are. What's she doing? Why is she heading down towards Germany? Yes, order disengagement. Everything needs to withdraw. The Germans won that one. We can't afford to lose. What is her captain doing? What is the captain of Admiral Laziev doing? Has he completely lost his mind? He's sailing one of Russia's most valuable surface assets down towards Germany when it's very badly damaged. What is he trying to do? I'm ending this before he can have that ship sunk. We won! We won! We won! How did we win? It was only the Canaries that got sunk, but how and by what? The missiles from Frantiske! She blew her magazines clean off! My god. That was risky. Too risky. Second Battle of the North Sea was not as decisive as the first. Was more decisive than the first. Was far more risky. Go on. I'll let the Russian army attempt to decide the war. I seriously hope they can succeed. All of our battleships are in port. Most of our battle cruisers are damaged. Who's the captain of that ship? I don't care at Cosmos. That man is going ashore. Replace him with somebody else. That idiot nearly cost us everything. Court Martial, I'll have him shot. I will remind you, gentlemen, that if a communist revolution happens, no, let's divert resources from the military. There we go, that brought unrest down. Well, this is the advantage of having the socialists actually in government. We are an autocracy, but the socialists are actually in government. So we are the Russian monarchy, but with socialism. But, sure. Hey, it works. I've given the Russian army a lot of my budget, in the hopes that they will win the war. They didn't. They gained some territory. Oh, so now Germany... Okay, so now the French are fighting everyone we are fighting. I wish Britain would join us. Heck, I wish America would bring the world's largest battleship into the fight. The Washington... Oh, wait, the Washington... Wait, did they follow on from the... Wait, what happened to their monstrous ship? They had a single monstrous battleship with 9 18-inch guns. What happened to it? Oh no, I'm thinking of the Montana. But she's no longer the largest ship in the world. The Washingtons are. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of Vermont. The largest battleship in the world. Although not the most powerful. That honor goes to Alexander Nevsky. Can't stop building her, I have to get her in service. The carriers as well. It's a tough old situation. Ugh. Gentlemen, I need a decision from you. I need to just use the facilities for a minute, but while I'm gone, please discuss amongst yourselves in the live chat. Do I attempt to drag in some of the old treaty battle cruisers of the Nizhny Novgorod class for rebuild into aircraft carriers? Do I halt construction of the most powerful battleship in the world and expedite our missile cruisers? Where do you think I should take this going forwards? I would love to hear what you think. Well, let's see what the Admiralty Board has to say. Rebuild the cheetah ships into carriers, expedite the missile cruisers, and cancel the battleship. No, you incompetent fool, that battleship is the... Can we turn the battle cruisers into missile boats? Okay. Actually, let me see. That's a good idea, actually, because they're based in Northeast Asia. And one thing we lack is missile firepower against the Japanese. I wonder, if we remove their forward triple 11-inch, leaving them with 2 quads... I wonder... Oh... We actually can. That will actually work. And then... we can add... a missile launcher directly aft, and a missile launcher superimposed on the superstructure above the rear quad. And that will only take 8 months, and will give us something that will actually be able to go toe-to-toe with... Can I just say, though, whoever's idea... Who was that? Okay, whose idea was it? Okay, so the... Who was it? Okay, Stephen Mayer. Fantastic idea. Fantastic idea for this. 8 months it'll take. What a and I'll pay for it by halting the battleship. Not cancelling it, but halting it while these conversions take place. And I'll drop the 12-inch mounts down to just 8 turrets. Actually, no, I'll probably just have to be 2 twins to clear just enough space. Then again, these ships do carry, there we go. Oh, sorry. Of course, yeah, and give them electro-optical directors. Excellent. Of course. There. Yes, I do want to rebuild these ships immediately. And I want to halt the construction of Alexander Nevsky to fit them in. Stephen Mayer, that was a genius idea. And I will also expedite the missile cruisers. There we go. Well, I hope, gentlemen, we can continue to keep winning as we are. Cruiser battle in the Baltic. What have we got in the Baltic for a cruiser battle? Oh, we have our 2 most powerful cruisers, that's quite right. We do have them. I only hope that they find something worthwhile. I mean, I know the Germans don't actually have any missiles, so we should just be able to use these cruisers auto-loading 6-inch guns to just deal with whatever we're fighting. Provided it's not, you know, something silly like the Germans sending battle cruisers to fight cruisers. You'd hope. Oh, sweet Jesus, it is! How is that fair? That's horrific. That was 3 of Germany's battle cruisers. Good lord. That was horrifically terrifying. I'm lucky I got away with keeping everything as long as it did. There's a building of missile-equipped light cruisers without armor. Of course. We've lost the Kerch. Ugh. Fantastic. And lost to, of all things, a submarine. Lost one of our light cruisers to a submarine. To a submarine. Not looking good, gentlemen. Battleship engagement. I hope it is just a battleship engagement, because if it's anything more than that, we're going to have problems. Basically, if there's any chance Germany's carriers are going to show up, I basically have to decline. Okay. Germany's carriers are not going to show up. Right. We have to destroy as many German capital ships as we can. Find me those German capital ships, float planes. There they are. Increase speed to flank. Find me them. Those are armoured cruisers. The battleships are there. Yes, please. I want to find those German capital ships. Found them. Right! Do we have missile-armed ships? We do. Fire at will. It's the enemy monster. She's come out. This is a chance, and I'm not going to waste it. Oh my god, the big 20s have finally done it. They're pounding her into scrap. Finally! Vindication of the concept! Oh. Destroyed. Now for the other vessel in that fleet. I know there's a Nassau class somewhere in that force. And apparently radar has identified a slowed BB. And I hope that is the Nassau. Christ, what's happened to Murmansk? She's slowed up immensely. Please don't tell me another bloody engine casualty. Oh, for God's sake, game! After them! Whatever that thing is, it's slowed and I want it dead. Good shooting, everybody. Well, gentlemen, Germany's monster... Yep, it's one of the Gangers they got off me. So that's 2 high-powered German battleships sunk. Well, gentlemen, that was just the turnaround we needed. Celebrate, gentlemen. Celebrate victory. Also, the chat's gone suspiciously quiet, and I'm worried you're all sat there falling asleep. And I'd really prefer if you didn't fall asleep. We did it! We actually succeeded! No point launching float planes. At least our destroyers were able to get through the action before needing to start to crawl home. We did it! One battleship heavily damaged, 2 sunk. Fleet morale improves, gain 2 prestige points. The Battle of the Barents Sea. Oh, for God's sake, no! Well, it would appear that German troops have left the Baltic in a major way. And local superiority has returned to Russian forces. I am considering designing a pair of exceptionally light, and I do mean exceptionally light carriers. Okay, we're carrying about 12 jet aircraft, separated into 4 flights of 3. Medium SAMs, 3-inch guns. Auto-loading 3-inch guns, I might say. 4 radar-directed medium air guns. The whole point of these ships is to be quick to build. 2 years? 2 years? Good lord. Still, that's not fast enough. Good heavens. Plays alternate version of Sink the Bismarck. Battle in support of like cruiser action. If this is the German battlecruiser shop, I'm going to be miffed. 2 BBB, 2 armoured cruisers, 3 light cruisers, of course. We have more victory points than they do. How are we the ones not able to dictate terms? Please let this be light cruisers or destroyers. Please. Something our 6-inch auto loaders can actually deal with. Oh, bloody hell! Get out of there. Get out of there, Slava. Run! Detach her, she'll have to fend for herself. Okay, we just about made it. Somehow, Flop the Lover survived. I do wish our strike aircraft would actually strike things. Thank you. Thank you. Can we have more missile strikes, please? Can we make them pay for operating in the Baltic? Thank you. Come on, lads, get him. Hit him hard. Yeah, go on, get him. Yeah, go on, get him. Yeah, get him. Come on, let's hit him. Steal that lunch buddy. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on, get him. Yeah, go on, get him, boys. Yeah, go on, lads, get him. Yeah, go on, boys, get him. Just like, I'm just watching Russian land-based naval aviation just basically inflict death by 1,000 missiles on this German task force. Go on, lads, get him. There we go. I think we've. Wow. Okay, we. Oh, wow. Okay, Germany is actually... The blockade is starting to actually hurt the Germans. The French are helping. The thing is, we're blockaded, but we're not actually suffering a really heavy blockade. And myself and the French now actually have enough forces in Europe to... the Germans basically have to choose between unblockading themselves and blockading me. So basically what that means is the blockade's not really that effective. Tallinn and Nizhny Novgorod are being rebuilt in the Pacific to give them an extremely heavy anti-ship missile throw weight. We're less than a year away from getting all of the missile cruisers into the Baltic fleet, and once they arrive, that basically means I can break the blockade of the Baltic. Because, yeah, sure, yeah, the Germans might have battleships and all that nonsense. My missile cruisers will just laugh hysterically while saying, "Yeet, heavy anti-ship missile be upon thee." I'd abandoned the light carrier idea given how long it was going to take to build them. Oh, goody. Another battleship engagement. We've only got 2 battleships available, though, I'm afraid. Both Admiral Gorshkovs. But we did alright last time. So let's hope we can do so again. Nope. That is enemy carriers involved, and I do not want to deal with that. So, as soon as I saw my own carriers were involved, I'm like, nope. Nope, if enemy carriers are involved, we aren't. Simple as. Do we not have a naval air station in Murmansk? Or did the Germans destroy it when they were there? Be quite handy for missions like this. I wonder. I'm glad I didn't have contact there, because that was 6 Spanish armoured cruisers. Oh, yeah, those are the nasty Spanish ones. Yeah, no, I'm really glad I didn't meet that force. Aluminium superstructure. The Beriev company has developed a... Ooh, hang on. Maneuverability and toughness. It's got less range, but honestly, I'm okay with that. German troops in Finland have been defeated! Sucks to be you, Germany! Ugh. Keep losing stuff. Yep. I cannot wait for our new corvettes to arrive. We need them. Tell you the truth. And we keep losing ships. Mostly destroyers, luckily. Germany keeps alternating between trying to blockade me and breaking their own blockade. Is anyone else still building battleships? No. The Japanese are building a single battle cruiser, Kirishima. Don't know what she'll look like, though. It's Germany's last battleship they built. Yeah, they're basically just building Minden-class cruisers. They've got a Hansa under construction. They've got their new light cruisers. No, that's not anything new. They've gone to Tank-class carriers. Spain, what has Spain built? They've basically been churning out armoured cruisers for a good long while. And are building more. Spain has entirely abandoned the battleship. Great Britain built battleships up to 1945 in the form of the Lions. So battle cruisers. The Centurion was the last British heavy capital ship constructed in 1948. Austria-Hungary was the Janos Hyundai. Bloody hell! Jesus Christ! Where was Austria-Hungary hiding that thing? Good lord! I think that's even more powerful than... No, Montana is bigger, but it's probably more powerful than her. Oh no, Vermont is actually here as well, so Vermont is bigger and more powerful than... Oh no, the Washingtons are actually the most powerful battleships. It depends who you ask, I guess. There's the Congress-class battlecruisers, which are 15-inch US battlecruisers, which I feel like are a bit cursed, but hey-ho. I wonder, has the US got any angled deck carriers yet? Nope, they seem to be all straight-decked, for now. Nothing angled decked yet. Yeah, the Italians have some carriers knocking around. The French have their carriers, the Lafayettes, and some of their light carriers. No one's got an angled deck carrier yet. Okay. Battleship engagement. German Navy declines the battle. Convoy attack. If it's a large force, then I'll know the Japanese will be bringing a large force. I don't know if we'll be able to pull this off, but I'm going to go in anyway. Do what we can. Don't know how effective we'll be. Our objective basically has to be to punch through whatever screen there is to attempt to reach the merchants. Anything else basically doesn't really matter at this point. She's engaging. I don't know if she has radar-directed gunnery, but I think she's trying. Oh, good lord, that torpedo spread! I forgot how much torpedoes our ships can spread when they want to. These destroyers are doing me a number. Can't run, can't hide. Can't really do much of anything. Except die well. Yep. Yeah, I should have declined that action. It would have been better than the alternative. Ah, well. Can't be 100% perfect all the time. No matter how hard I try. Well, at least the targeting radar is hitting a ship that's already sinking, so thank God for that. I don't know how many ships in the convoy we actually sunk. I know we landed a great number of torpedo hits on a great number of ships, but I don't know how much damage was done, if any. Well, gentlemen, that did not go as well as I would have liked. In fact, it went worse. Much, much worse. You never know, though. The gods of victory may be kind to us. They may not be. In fact, they may be very, very terribly unkind. But we can but hope. All I know is we're not at risk of collapsing into revolution, it seems. It seems that blockades can no longer revolution Russia. We've actually gotten Russian standard of living up to a point where the populace aren't going to collapse immediately. Yeah, I'm not surprised the Japanese won that one. Yeah. Bugger. Give me that one. Well, we're sinking enemy we're losing light cruisers again. And destroyers. Well, the French have killed 2 Spanish light cruisers. That's something. Although unrest is rising. Given the lack of actions in Northeast Asia, I'm ordering the carriers to transit back to Northern Europe. Please let this just be a battleship engagement without any carriers. If it is, there's a chance to enforce Germany's blockade by sinking 2 to 3 more of their battleships. Nope, carriers are present, I'm not interested. Because Germany has a massive advantage in carriers, and that is not something I am very, very happy to... well... Again, enemy carriers are present. I'm not happy to take those odds. Small engagement. One of our light cruisers. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately run for port. And try and have a repeat of what happened last time. Where our aircraft annihilated enemy combatants. Run northwards at 33 knots. Whatever that is, I don't like it. The investigation into the Kerch's sinking revealed that the crew was filled with Bolsheviks. I mean, we work with the Mensheviks. I mean, the Mensheviks are in government right now. That's the funniest thing. like the Tsar's basically kind of pleased with how things are going, to be honest with you. Like, he's not complaining about the socialist government. He's actually quite happy. And to be fair, the socialists are quite happy with the way he's holding the country together during this conflict. And both agree, each other working together is better than having the fascists. Yeah, let's take the chance. End the war now, if we can. Heavy jet fighters, yeah. Maneuverability and toughness. Yep, that doesn't surprise me. We need to end this war. If we suffer a communist revolution, the campaign's over, and we have to start another one. With another nation. I can't take the risk. Battleship engagement. German Navy declines the battle. Cruiser action. This is gonna suck. Yep. This is really gonna suck. And I've got to hope land-based AA can pull its weight, because if not, then we're in trouble. And run! Run away! I do not want any of this, because I guarantee you that will be heavy units. And it'll be missiles. Nope, running away. Bloody hell. Yep. Nope, not here. Not here, you can't see me. Go. Go, 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 go. Run away. Run away. Oh, hello. Avoiding torpedoes. Thank God we avoided the torpedoes. Very good. Our aircraft have found their aircraft. So our aircraft have found their ships. Something. Ugh. It's no good. We're getting our teeth kicked in. Because the game's not playing fair. Okay, we managed to hit something with a pair of missiles. And a destroyer. There we go. And I think the last strike packages are going out now, but I think that's everything. Oh! Okay! Alright, Russian aircraft just decided, you know what, I'd win, and we sunk a battleship. What did we sink? Ooh, that's one of Germany's big ships. Oh, very nice. Well done, naval aviation. Yes! What? No. France is our ally. Discreetly, quietly. Oh. How are our two light carriers in the Mediterranean not dead? Genuinely. How are these two relics from the Great War not dead? I don't understand. Well, now the Germans and the Spanish are back under blockade, and our unrest level came down by 2 again. Fleet battle. I don't like this. Because that means my carriers are involved, and if the carriers are involved, we lose. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Oh, I kind of feel like I have to accept that. It's one of those things. Let me think. 1 second. Fleet's going to go quiet for a minute while I just think. I think, unfortunately, having thought about it, I think the risk has got to be taken. I don't like doing it, but I've got to. One thing I will be demanding, though, is that an exceptionally heavy cap is put up over these ships, and I'll see if I can I'll see about getting land-based fighter cover over those ships. Meanwhile, two-phase search from our carriers, maximum cap, night search. And in fact, I'm gonna open the bidding. I'm gonna launch a heavily escorted strike. Directly ahead of us. And we'll see what we find. And I hope to God that whatever we find is worth it. Submarines, brake left. Tell the carriers to brake left as well and increase speed to 20 knots. Increase our own speed to 20 knots as well to attempt to avoid being hit by submarines. Unknown radar contact. Alright, this is the big one. Our carriers have barely any escort. They must remain clear of the battle that's about to unfold. But, if we're careful, and we use our ships carefully and to the utmost, there's no reason why our battleships can't win. What is that? What is the battlecruiser admiral doing? You are too close. What is he doing? Oh, for God's sake, you cannot be trusted. Fall upon the Russian battle division. You cannot be trusted that close to the enemy. Good lord. I mean, really? That was downright stupid of you. Good lord. Well, we got our strike off before theirs. I only hope the aircraft will see the action unfolding and actually engage here, rather than flying onto their strike location. Otherwise, we might be in trouble. Oh, it's the enemy's battle cruisers. How nice of them to show up. Oh, good lord, Admiral Nakimov's had its turrets disabled. She's alright otherwise. And so are the rest of our battle cruisers, funnily enough. Must be tougher than I give them credit for. Okay, keep engagements at fast so I can at least keep track of what the hell's going on. Bomb hits? How are we doing? 2 2,000-pound bombs, but we seem to be alright. Oh, bloody hell. Carriers. Again, the luck of our light carriers continues. Are the French off to one side? No, doesn't seem to be. In that case then, I'm going to take the damage I've dealt and roll with it, because trying to engage at night even with radar is proving harder than I thought. We'll withdraw northwards. Yep. That's what I was afraid of. Enemy patrol bombers doing that. Well, it's not the carrier aircraft that bother me. It's the enemy patrol bombers doing shit like that. We've seen what they can do. Yeah, I know. Drop to cruising speed. And for goodness sake, get us out of here. Like I said, any action involving German carriers always turns out this way. I'm getting good clean gunnery kills and then enemy carrier aircraft show up, and due to a lack of Russian carriers, it's all over. It's one of those things that just doesn't work out as well as it should do. Never mind. It's alright. Well, it's not. It's decisively not alright. It could actually be much better than it is, but never mind. Okay. That's got to be enemy patrol bombers. Oh no, it's enemy fighters. I'm ending it. We have a low loss risk. Yeah, we were gonna... Yeah, I was expecting to lose a destroyer to a mine, but apparently... Holy smokes, Batman! Never mind, he says! Two German capital... Hey guys! It's Bismarck! Admittedly, she's only a Goeben-class treaty battleship, but still... And what else? Moltke, another treaty battleship, but still, 2 less German capital ships available to enforce their blockades. Well, I'll let the army have some funding to try and, for God's sake, have a decision on land. I really wish they would. German battleship numbers are now down to 2, and only one of them is a full-size battleship. German battlecruiser numbers are even lower. The problem is that German armoured cruiser numbers are insane, and their carriers are holding them up. In a way that we can't match. Until our own carriers come along. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The only battleships the Japanese possess are 2 treaty battleships, and then the ones they got from me, which are 20-inch armed, I believe. I don't like this. No, I'm not going to take that fight. Please let this involve one of our battle cruisers. There was only Admiral Nakhimov available for action. It doesn't. I'm not going to take that fight then. Cruiser action. In the Far East. I don't like this. Because I know what happens. And I know what they'll have. They'll have my battle cruisers. Armed with 9 16-inch guns. The Tendrils won't stand a cat in hell's chance. They'll be annihilated utterly. By the ships that were supposed to replace them. The Kronstadts. We can't run, because they're faster than we are. Bloody hell! Good lord. It's horrifying. I'm gonna lose both of these ships. No, not Prevnets. Not the ship that carries the name of that vessel that did so well and gave its life to save the Northern Banner, the Northern Fleet of the Russian Navy from the combined Anglo-American task group so many years ago during the First Great War. No, not Prevnets, please. Prevnets, no. 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 She's already dead. This is all because the Russian top brass gave back Hokkaido to Japan. If we'd have kept it in our air bases, we'd have won most of the battles we've fought against the Japanese, but now it's all ashes and dust. Yeah, Prevnets 3. It's gonna be required. No choice. That's gonna hurt. Yep. Yep. And on that terrible disappointment, gentlemen, it is time to end for this week. We stand on the brink, gentlemen. The war can go either way at this point. I don't know how it's gonna go or how it will end. All I do know is that I hope you'll be there with me next week to find out. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you for commenting.